Have you ever noticed how we never question a calendar? I mean, really question it. Every year, I buy a new one. 12 months, 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year. I hang it on the wall, mark a few birthdays, circle some holidays, and move on with my life. Maybe you're the same. Because somehow all of this feels so natural that we forget to ask the simplest question of all. Who decided a year should look like this? Not why February has 28 days, not why leap years exist. I mean, why 12 months? Because here's the strange part. Nature never decided that. Neither the Earth, the Sun, nor the Moon did. We did. And once I started digging into that story, I stumbled upon an idea that made our modern calendar suddenly feel a little awkward. For more than 100 years, people have argued that the world would work better with 13 months instead of 12. At first I laughed. 13 months, that sounds ridiculous, but the more I learned, the less ridiculous it became. Take a look at the calendar we use today. January has 31 days. April has 30. February has 28, or 29 in a leap year. Some months are longer, some are shorter. Birthdays land on different weekdays every year. School terms shift. Business quarters never divide neatly. Now imagine something different. Every month has exactly 28 days. Exactly 4 weeks. No exceptions. 13 months gives you 364 days. Then you simply place one special day at the end of the year. And every leap year, you add one more special day. Everything else stays perfectly balanced. The result? Every date always falls on the same weekday. Your birthday never moves. Christmas never moves. The first day of every month is always the same. You'd never need to ask, what day is the 23rd this year? At this point, I thought, if this is so elegant, why aren't we using it? I assumed there had to be a mathematical problem. There wasn't. The problem was history. Early civilizations followed the moon because it was easy to observe, but 12 lunar months are about 11 days shorter than a solar year. That small difference kept pushing the seasons out of sync. So people kept adjusting the calendar. The Romans made things even more confusing, sometimes changing the length of years for political reasons. Then Julius Caesar introduced a much better system. 365 days, plus one extra day every 4 years. Centuries later, even that tiny error had added up. So in 1582, Pope Gregory XIII introduced the Gregorian calendar we still use today. 10 days simply disappeared from the calendar. People went to bed on October 4th and woke up on October 15th. Then, in the early 20th century, a man named Moses B. Cotsworth proposed the International Fixed Calendar. 13 months, 28 days each, a special year day, one extra day during leap years. Simple, balanced, elegant. It wasn't just an idea. Eastman Kodak actually used it internally for decades because it made accounting much easier. So why didn't the world switch? Because changing a calendar isn't like updating your phone. Religious traditions, governments, businesses, schools, holidays, contracts, and billions of people would all have to agree. You're not just changing a calendar, you're asking the entire world to reorganize time. And that's when I realized something. A calendar doesn't actually measure time. Time exists whether we count it or not. A calendar measures something else. It measures agreement. It's a shared system that billions of people choose to follow, so birthdays, flights, schools, meetings, and New Year's Eve all happen together. And maybe that's the most fascinating part. Not that we almost had 13 months instead of 12, but that history could have taken one slightly different turn. And if it had, you would have grown up believing 13 months was completely normal. You'd probably look at our 12-month calendar with curiosity and wonder, who thought this was a good idea?